It's like a today's special, but unlike a today's special. It's not from midnight to midnight. On Monday, we drop 7 deals, and they're good for the week. And today is Friday, so this special is good for just 2 more days. It'll go back up to $119.95. I will also tell you that, like everything else, how many left? 160? Oh, 460. I was like, there can't be 160. Okay, because we'd be going home right now. Okay, 460 left, which is not a lot, as you know, watching, like, for example, the Today Special, 1,400 of them went in this presentation. So there's only 460 left. It's been very popular. It will not last the week. Even though the special's supposed to be good till Sunday, we're not gonna have any quantity left. And it's from Earthwise. I own many items from Earthwise that I've purchased over the year. I've owned a house when I was, a little while ago, and all the tools that I use are from Earthwise. They are lightweight and easy, and I find them not intimidating. So Peter Kilgullen is gonna come back, and we're gonna talk about the pole saw. Peter, sometimes as a woman, I think, oh gosh, I'm not gonna use some big, heavy thing, it's scary. Earthwise really takes all that away.
No, exactly. I mean, this is the kind of tool that, you are definitely going to use at home. This is what I would use at home. This is what you're going to use at home. Certainly, if you're going to start a tree trimming business, maybe this isn't the one for you.
Right.
But for everybody at home,
right.
If you're just like you and I, Helen, this is the one you want. And this one, I mean, talk about a weekly deal. It really is awesome. This is the lightest plus the longest pole saw we've ever had. And then that would be great by itself, but you're combining that with that this is lithium ion battery operated, which is amazing. So the whole thing weighs just over 8 pounds. And then you fully extend this to over 9 feet 4 inches. So it's amazing. When you have this fully extended, and I'm just about over 6 feet tall, you can hold this out. You're trimming branches that are 12, 14 feet in the air. So it's really, maybe the number one thing about this is that it's light enough for everyone to use, and it keeps you from ever climbing a ladder and getting on there. Even with a handsaw, being on a ladder can be dangerous, but definitely not with a chainsaw. And then we include everything that has made all of the pole saws from Earthwise great. So maybe the first thing is this is an 8-inch bar and chain. So that means you're going to be able to handle limbs up to 7 inches in diameter. Now that becomes, if you think about what 7 inches in diameter looks like, a really substantial limb. So even if you're cutting firewood, you're going to be able to do that. It also includes that toolless chain tensioning system. As you use your chainsaw, what'll happen is the chain will start to loosen up a little bit, but you're able to do that without having to go get tools and do anything complicated. Makes it super easy right there. We have the automatic lubrication system. It's going to lube that bar and chain. All you have to do is put that oil in there, and I'll flip this around and I'll even show you. There's a little window right there so you can see. Do we have oil in there? Yeah, there you can see the oil in there. So that little window helps you do that, so you know when it's time to put a little bit more in there. But so easy to use. And then the best part about this is you're talking about lithium ion. This is the 20-volt lithium ion. This will also fit any of the other tools from Earthwise that you may already have. So if you do have maybe the blower or you have the string trimmer, this battery is going to work. We include a super fast charger, and this will, give you up to, I guess we can say sort of 30 cuts, or I think, yeah, maybe it's even more than that, because the cuts are really going to determine based on the diameter of all those cuts that you're going to make, how many you're going to get. But I'm telling you, it lasts. And the great thing about lithium ion is that it's that same power all the way till you're done with the battery and it's time to recharge. So honestly, I'm going on and on, Helen, but this really has everything that you want in a pole saw that you're going to use throughout the year. And I want to mention that we're talking about spring and summer, but you know when you will use this? In the fall, right before the winter time. This is the best tool you have in your shed, because you're getting ready for those winter storms and snow and wind and ice, and you're trimming back all those branches. You're gonna love it at that time for sure.
Yeah, and if you wanna get it for $75, we showed you that coupon code. If you buy this with your HSN card, we're doing a $15 coupon today. The coupon code is 180761. If you have an HSN card, you don't have one, you can apply and get one in about a minute, and then get $10 off a single item purchase when you open and use the card. But I wanted to mention that coupon for all of us that already have our HSN cards. This is a great deal. deal. It's 180761, and it's great to use it on this because it's over $75. So if you take the $89.95 minus 75, it becomes minus 15, it becomes 75. So I'm excited for you to be saving. We started out with 1,000 of these. I've got about, Lindsay, how many do I have left now? 416. I have 416 of these, and this is all we have for the season. It's a weekly deal drop. That means 414. We launched it on Monday, and the special's supposed to go to Sunday. We have a bit of a hold going on with all the people calling in. My producer's updating me, so go to hsn.com, put in the item number. It is 778421, and then get your pole saw. You know, it's really quick. It's really easy to just trim up and make those jobs. Honestly, it makes those jobs around the house fun because you're like, oh, I've got this pole saw. It's just zip, zip, zip. How long does it last on a charge, Peter? That's, I think, a question I would wonder if I was at home watching.
Yeah, it's really based on sort of the number of cuts that you're going to make, and that's going to be based on how big or how thick each branch is. But really, I mean, it's going to be plenty of cuts that you're going to want to go back in and grab an iced tea and just throw that on the quick charger again. But it really does last a long time. And you can always hit the button on there that shows you how much time you have left. So I don't know if we can see that, but you can see when it has that has 4 bars on it right there. So you're able to see as you go, but it lasts and lasts. But if you're cutting 7 inches in diameter, it's going to be fewer cuts than you're doing those 1 or 2 inch branches. But you can see, we were just watching that video, when this thing is fully extended, it's amazing. So that's a hollow fiberglass tube that gives us that super lightweight at just over 8 pounds. And then when you use this, again, there's not something where you have to hold on tight, that there's a lot of kickback or heavy vibration. It just smoothly and easily cuts through those branches. And with all the Earthwise tools, we have the large trigger right here to start this, but it won't activate until you also push that safety switch as well. So anytime you want to use it, you have to hit the trigger plus the safety switch, and if you let go, it stops right away, and you always have to go back to that safety switch. So anyone can use this. I think that's the most important thing that I want everyone to know. Super easy to use, and as you watch this video and you see it extended, and you also see we have that shoulder strap as well, so you can put that over your shoulder. I mean, at 8 pounds plus the shoulder strap, this is going to be so simple to use.
Do you know,
what's
Peter,
nice about the shoulder strap is,
I got to jump in because I think this might sell out before we have our time is done for the hour. So I'm watching it count back. I get mesmerized by the counter going backwards. So we only have 352 of these, and by the time I said that sentence, it's 49. So I really, if you're at all on the fence, remember everything has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you get it home. If you don't love it, you can return it. It's free shipping and handling, so you're not even risking the shipping on this. To me, I just want to say my favorite part about this, it's 8.5 pounds. 8.5 pounds. When you talk about 8.5 pounds, that's something that pretty much we're all able to lift something 8.5 pounds. You know, your blow dryer, your, you know, like your pressure cooker. So you know what I mean? It's something, it's not that, this really kind of makes it accessible. And if you're looking out the window and it's like, I just got to hire that guy to get that branch, go get that branch. You may hire somebody if you do, you know, like your once a year and they get on the giant ladders and do that whole, but this, I've owned this, and because we downsized to a condo, but when I had a house, I owned this. It was so easy and, dare I say, fun to kind of hack away. It actually, I felt like I got out some of those aggressions. It's like those houses where you go in where you can like break things. It's like, you know, trimming. It's like, I just got a lot of satisfaction out of it. And it's so easy. You will really be glad you got in on this. And sadly, we're not going to get this back until next year. When this quantity sells out, and you can see that it is, you can see there's 317 left now. We're not going to get it back until 2023. And I know we will get it back next year, because this is every single year popular, year after year after year after year. There's never a year where people go, you know what, I don't need a pole saw. Well, you know what, nothing's gonna grow this year. No, every year we never have enough. And honestly, this year with the supply chain issues, we usually probably would have gotten double this quantity. There's 293 left. I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Peter, to do more features and tell everybody who's getting it. Maybe people have already bought it, they want to learn more about it. I want to give you some time to do that.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about when you're going to use it. I think everyone who has a pole saw is surprised how often they're using it, because there's so many times that you might be looking at your yard, maybe even when you're walking in your front door and you see how the trees have overgrown that entranceway and you want to be able to cut them back. Now you don't have to call someone to do that.